All right, everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving headfirst into a movie that, visually speaking, is absolutely stunning. Alita, Battle Angel.
Yeah, it's really a visual feast. It really pushed the boundaries of what visual effects could do, especially in the realm of performance capture.
Right, because we're talking about translating Rosa Salazar into Alita, but what makes this different than, say, other films that have used motion capture?
Well, Alita just took it to a whole other level in terms of detail. I mean, we're talking about like the really subtle stuff, tiny muscle movements, the way the eyes react to light, even just like the dilation of the pupils. Those are things that just, I don't know, a lot of films just weren't capturing with that level of fidelity before. They even developed all these new techniques and rigs specifically for her eyes because they were so important for showing Alita's emotions.
You know, you're right. Thinking back on it, her eyes are incredibly expressive. No wonder she felt so, I don't know, so alive on screen. And speaking of lifelike, those cyborg designs, just incredible. Visually, they're stunning. But from a technical side, how they make it all look so real, so seamlessly blended with the live action world.
They really were going for realism, and I think they achieved it. Alita, Battle Angel, used a bunch of really cutting-edge CGI techniques to blend those two worlds, the digital and the real. One thing that might be interesting to listeners is real-time rendering, which let the filmmaker see basically the final CGI product alongside the live-action footage while they were filming. That's a pretty big deal for making sure everything looks like it belongs together.
Real-time rendering. Okay, so that's another game changer. And then if all that wasn't enough, they filmed it in 3D and optimized it for IMAX. Do you think that was really necessary or just kind of a cool bonus for the folks who saw it in theaters?
That's a good question. I mean, the 3D thing is pretty standard these days.
Yeah.
But the IMAX aspect, now that's interesting. It's not just about making it bigger, it's about that different aspect ratio that IMAX uses. You get a much wider field of view. So for a film like Alita, which has that epic scope, you end up seeing more of that world. And I think it can definitely make you feel more immersed in everything that's happening.
Right, like you're really there. Okay, shifting gears for a sec. Something I read about that I had absolutely no idea was even a thing, that they use 3D printing in the prop design. Like what? Tell me more about that.
Isn't that wild? I mean, we don't know the exact specifics of how they used it for Alita, but you can imagine creating those really complex cyborg parts, maybe even the weapons, using 3D printing. The amount of detail and precision you can achieve with that is just amazing, and it would have taken forever to do with traditional methods.
It really makes you think about like all these layers of technology that go into making something like this. But at the end of the day, it's not really about the technology in itself, is it? It's about how it serves the story. So did it all actually work? Did it come together to make a better experience for the audience?
Oh, I think it totally did. I mean, anyone can create something visually impressive with enough money and fancy equipment, but Alita, Battle Angel, used all of it to really draw the audience into the story. By creating this immersive and believable world, the filmmakers, I don't know, I feel like they really pulled you into Alita's journey and made her fight for survival just that much more impactful.
And on that note, we'll wrap things up. Thanks for geeking out with us on the visual effects of Alita, Battle Angel. It really makes you wonder what filmmakers will be able to accomplish in the next few years, right?
Absolutely. It's an exciting time to be a fan of this kind of movie magic.
See y'all next time.